August 23rd, 2021. I've been doing a lot about skin color that's been presented in the way that the world is presenting itself on this Tel-A-Vision in New York, while I've been losing my mobility has been degraded. I did want to, I have a happy-go-lucky white lady who's speaking on color to a white male. They call this show The Doctors. Now, it's not a DVM, so let's not get in police territory like all excited. This is the best that they got, and they call this part of their low-grade medical society psychology, which normally nowadays in the 20th century when they speak, I want to stab them in the eye because I hate them so much. However, here's a little blurb that doesn't bother me so much because there's a lot of esoteric behind what they're saying, and it is important, including the yellow blurb.
Anxiety-inducing color. They often associated it with madness.
So what other colors have dramatically shifted in their associations and perceptions over time?
I think yellow is also a great example. So when I mention yellow, what do you tend to think?
I associate yellow with being scared, maybe.
Really?
Fear.
Not sunny or happy. I'm impressed.
Well, that's true. It's a sunny yellow day. Yeah,
Well, I think you...
I don't know, for medical society, I think jaundice, I think the liver is starting to deteriorate or is being hit. Yellow is not really a very jovial color. It's sickness, it's urine, it's uric acid, it's acid buildup, it's hard to regenerate and recuperate. I mean, from my medical standpoint, not this New York medical idiocy.
Your first answer was closer to what someone in 19th century Europe would actually think. They thought of it as a kind of depressing color. It was degenerate.
Yeah, it is depressing.
Associated actually with prostitution. So the French historian Michel Pastoureau has pointed out that in Russia, all of the administrative papers relating to prostitution were yellow. They were called yellow passports. And brothels had to have yellow signs outside identifying themselves. It didn't start out actually as a happy, sunny color. That really only changed.
That would make so much sense on my birth certificate. Into this foxhole, straight into a foxtrot. My born identity papers are yellow. Russia should know that I was born into this project problem.
Used in the early 20th century because of sports. Like, it was such a visible
That's
color
a problem.
field.
That's
it
the
started
big
being
problem.
Used and people gradually began to associate it with leisure and with happiness.
Human trafficking,
So how about the color
uncontrollable
black?
society.
I heard somewhere that, and there's a lot of golfers that wear black. Phil Mickelson, Gary Player always wears black. That if you wear black, you win more. So any validity to that? And if so, I'm going to wear black next time I play.
Well, there have actually been studies that show that
The psychology
players,
of
when
color.
they wear black jerseys, they get more penalties. So I think there is, this feeling that black is a color of power. Everyone feels like a badass when they put on a black leather jacket or a little black dress. But really, I think that that's because the association with that color is coming from you, and it's not coming from the color itself. So I would say that if you feel like wearing
It's a
black
machinist
on green is
technique.
going to give you that extra power, then it probably will. So go for it.
I know we discussed that on the show, that if you notice, all the fast food chains use yellow and red to stimulate our appetites.
It's so gross.
Yeah, marketers know that color means money. There has been research that shows that customers only take 90 seconds to make a decision about whether they're going to buy a product, and 60 to 90% of their decision is based on color alone. So, yeah, that means huge money for those fast food brands that know how to use those colors. But, you know, whether it's science or whether it's marketing they're tapping into in our psychology, you know, who knows?
Fascinating stuff. There's a lot more to color than we realize. Carolyn, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for sharing. Really interesting. We'll be right back. Stick around. Coming up.
Stigma is real. Stigma prevents at least 40% of people from getting the care that they need.
That's in today's Power Prescription. That's next.
Hi, I'm Rebecca from 90 Day Fiancé.
I went to Sababella and they permanently...
Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza.